Hey everyone, Jennifer from Tarle Speech with your pronunciation question. Today's question is about two vowels, the short I that we hear in words like win and will and bliss and hid, and the short E sound, the sound that we hear in when, will, bless, and head. I've gotten this question a lot. You can see all of these words have been requested recently, and another person just asked for a whole video on short I and short E, so I decided to put everything together for you. These two sounds are very difficult to distinguish. Number one, they sound very similar. Number two, they're more short and they're more relaxed vowels. And so, and they look very, very similar. So when I say these words, just watch my mouth. Win, when. They look almost exactly the same. So what's the difference? I came up with a few tips for you to pronounce these a little clearer and to get closer to that short I and that short E sound when you need to distinguish these two vowels. Oftentimes in context, people will understand you if you're close enough, but if you really want to differentiate these words, let's go ahead and jump right in and learn how to do this. So for the short I sound, typically people confuse this with the long E sound and they'll say E. In this case, we're not talking about the long E, but I'm showing you that to contrast the short relaxed I sound with that. I. It's actually very hard to even distinguish them when they're just in isolation as I'm saying them now. But the reason I'm doing this is to show you that for the short I sound, my lips are relaxed and my mouth is relatively closed. With my mouth relatively closed, of course it is open slightly to allow the air to come out, the tip of my tongue is going to be close to the back of my top front teeth. It's not touching. It's just think of it as being behind those top front teeth as a marker for where your tongue should be, because for the short I sound, your tongue is a little bit higher in your mouth. Then for the short sound, again, relaxed mouth, but I want you to think about opening your mouth a little bit more. Not super wide like we're saying that would be wrong. It is between the I and the It is in the middle, slightly open, And when you open your mouth, think of putting your tongue behind the bottom front teeth, and that's going to get your tongue in the right position. So again, for the short I, your mouth is more closed. That's the short I, and your tongue is behind the top front teeth. For the short your mouth is a little more open, and think of the tip of your tongue behind the back of the bottom front teeth. So let's give these a try in words. Let's start with the short I first. A little more closed, teeth behind the tongue behind the top teeth. Win, will, bliss, and hid. Now open your mouth a little more. Think of tongue tip behind the back of the bottom front teeth. When, well, bless, head. Don't let the spelling confuse you. This is kind of an exception. Usually when we see two vowels together, it's a long vowel, and you would think maybe you want to say E, but in this case, it's the short E, the sound. Okay. So now let's say the words together and contrast the short I to the short E. Win, when, will, well, bliss, bless, hid, head. And let me try it in some sentences for you. When will we win? Will you dig the well? You may experience bliss when the priest will bless you, and the bird hid his head in the sand. So give it a try. I know people are going to notice the difference. If you found this helpful, we would really appreciate it if you shared this with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe. We love to hear from you. Leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you want to practice some more, please please check out my practice workbooks on Google Play and iTunes and my class options at tarlespeech.com. Thank you so much. Take care.